All right, so one of the first things I've been wanting to do for a while, but you know how it goes, you kind of just overlook it, is put this shooting board somewhere where I know it's going to be, because it's a pretty damn useful tool, and I'm always either kicking it or looking for it somewhere, so I figured might as well start off by giving it a home.
We attribute the success save mankind from it. Thanks for joining us on this episode.
You got walls and a roof. Well,
Arrange a country escape with
All right, so I'm one of those guys that's all about tradition, when it comes to doing certain things. But at the same time, I've also started I'm one of those guys that all about tradition when it comes to doing certain things, but along the way I've had a couple of different thoughts. What if some of those things really aren't true, as far as you have to do it this way, or you have to use a certain type of wood for this and that. So along the way I've been experimenting just for fun, just to see how it would turn out, which is what I'm doing here. This wood here is, it's not some traditional type of wood that you would make a hand plane with. It's just I don't even know what type of wood it actually is. It's pretty light. It's a little bit hard, but not that much. Much more than pine. Well, I guess a little bit more than pine, but point is, I'm going to make it this plane out of just whatever I can find, and I'm going to use the hell out of it, and I'm going to see what happens. This is why a shooting board is so handy to have. You just get close to the line like I'm doing here. Don't worry about trying to get it square and then throw it on the shooting board, and you can get it pretty much straight every single time. A quick tip for you, you that are new to woodworking is you don't you can if you want. You can make a perfect shooting board, as perfect as, you can download off the internet from somebody, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a simple shooting board like I have here. You throw on the table like I'm doing, and if it's not square, all you do is move the lateral adjustment on your hand plane, and that's it. You'll get it square. This is why I always keep a bucket of all the scrap pieces, because you never know when one of them will come in handy. Like here, this piece of maple here I'm gonna use to make the wedge. The old anti-racking device coming to the rescue again here. think here I did about a 45-degree angle for the bed. And once you have that laid out, you want to stack the iron and the wedge. That way it can give you that angle. That's why I made the wedge first. This handy little device here, I found it in a old machine shop. They were just going to throw it in the dumpster, and I'm like, hey, I'll take it. I mean, it still works. It's definitely handy. You can pretty much pivot it to any angle that you want for little bitty pieces like this. This is another one of my better looking planes that I've made a while ago. It's a chamfer plane. I mean, you really don't need it. You could just do the chamfers with a regular block plane, but I wanted to make one, so I was like, what the hell. This iron was from another grooving plane that I made a while back. I really wasn't really happy with it, so I figured might as well just repurpose this blade for this one. Whenever you make any hand planes, you got to have some kind of way for the shavings to escape, whether it's a hole or some kind of little relief like this. You have to have it, otherwise your hand plane was just going to clog up. I made this hand plane intentionally simple so I can show anybody that is interested in making hand planes that you don't have to have them super fancy. You can make them just like this, and it'll work just fine, as I'll show you here in a little bit. And there you go, simple and clean. No knobs, no buttons, but it does the job.